David, why is it so freaking cold?
I have no idea. It's April. I just got back from Texas. It was 95.
And now it's like 20 with 80-mile-an-hour winds. But in today's video, it's a little baby taming tumbleweed because we're not actually going to be a tumbleweed. We're heading up to Fort Collins to the airfield where we're going to clean up some pebbles off of the surface using some cool machinery.
So what, was it throwing rocks when you were doing the drag race or what?
Totally. We've cracked, unfortunately, like 3 windshields in the 3 times we've been out there. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and clean up the surface of this old, disused airfield using some cool machinery, but I need David's help because I don't know what I'm doing. We're gonna use a big trailer, a big cleaner thing, sweeper thing.
Yeah.
But first we gotta get this old engine off this trailer.
All right, I came early this morning to warm up the skid steer. I've had what, 30, 40 hours on the skid steer since Roman bought it. And it's been running great, except it has a throttle positioning sensor code. So a wire tells a sensor to open up to allow fuel to flow through, and I have a low voltage sensor. However, I can use the throttle on the floor right here, but that means my foot's gonna get tired today. So we'll see how this goes, because I've got to control both the sweeper and my speed, and I don't have a little manual throttle up here to do it with. So we'll see how it goes. Wish me luck.
Now obviously I'm not much of like an old school truck guy, that wasn't apparently clear, and I haven't done a lot of towing of heavy equipment, but I do have to say, this Cummins makes anything so incredibly approachable. I mean, you know, the trailer's like 3,500 pounds, and then the skid steer's probably 7, so we're at like 10,500 pounds, which, you know, is not a huge amount of weight, but it's considerable. And even someone like me with a minimal amount of towing experience feels super comfortable behind the wheel of this. It's got great mirrors, that engine's got so much torque, and the suspension calibration is set up in such a way where you just drive it and it does its thing. It really is that good. So David, welcome to 4,000 feet of asphalt.
Wow, that's a long way down there, Tommy.
It's making your machine look pretty small, to be honest with you.
I feel pretty small right here, right now.
Yeah, so this is an old runway, and those are actually old hangars from World War II, where they used to do training out here.
Cool.
Pretty cool stuff. Now, you've got this medieval torture device on the front of the skid steer.
Yeah.
What does it do?
Well, I've never used one before, Tommy, but it's got a big old broom on the front. It can either go forward or backwards. I'm not sure which way is going to work best. And then it like pushes it into the bucket, and then we're going to have to figure out where to dump it. Did you ask them what we're supposed to do with all the debris?
Yeah, basically we'll put it on that side, kind of over by the
gravel road.
Yeah, over by the hangars somewhere over there.
Okay.
But we'll see how much it actually scoops up.
So I'm what, 5 feet wide? And this thing's like
60 feet.
60 feet wide?
Yes. Well, we don't have to do the fringes, the edges, but...
And a quarter mile long?
4,000 feet, but yeah, we'll start with the quarter mile, see how far we can get. Three, 2, 1. Oh, we'll have this thing done in 25 minutes at that speed. Well, David made it about 19 feet down the strip. Let's see what's going on. What happened?
Tommy, since I have to hold my thumb on the little dial,
yeah,
I'm lifting as I go, so I lifted it and I didn't even realize I was doing nothing. So I got to do this over again.
So Case and I have hopped into David's truck. Clearly doing a whole lot of hard work here, following him at 9 miles an hour. That skid steer is pretty quick, actually. It'll hit well over 10 miles an hour. All right, when I say well over, I mean about 10 miles an hour. But, you know, we're cranking along pretty well, and it is definitely picking up rocks, which is good. All right, David's gonna dump the rocks. Let's see if Eddie actually came out. Oh yeah, look at that.
Just 2 passes too.
Yeah, 2 passes. That was pretty good. And all of those rocks are the guys that were breaking all of our windshields. So we'll just keep on going.
Tommy, here's a fun fact. You see that bump in the runway right there?
Yeah.
So that's got some new asphalt, well, relatively new asphalt. You know what's under there is a pipeline.
Okay.
So when I don't know, I was in my 20s or 30s maybe, and Budweiser came into town, but Budweiser made a deal with the city of Fort Collins that they had to run water from the water filtration plant, which is right there.
Yep.
And that dam is their reservoir, right, where all our water is. And they ran a 24-inch line all the way to I-25 that supplies water for Budweiser.
No way.
So all the water that goes into your Budweiser beer goes right underneath this, well, not all, I mean, Budweiser's got how many plants, but for the West, all your water goes right under this runway.
So this runway is instrumental to your beer.
Exactly.
You did a great job manning the machine.
Well, I got some corporal Colonel Tunnel Funnel syndrome on this thumb, but we did a pretty good job, I think.
Yeah, I think it came out okay. Yeah, it's certainly a lot better than it was. We got a few good bucket loads out.
Yeah.
And now we'll have a smoother place for our truck racing.
Yeah, hopefully we won't break any more windshields.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thank you so much for watching this quick little taming tumbleweed mini-series. As always, we'll see you on the next video.